How do they do it? Why do they do it? Riding and crashing and riding and winning and always faster and faster and faster.
Well, welcome back everybody to With Anto MotoGP 2025. Thanks to everyone who watched last week's episode, Faster. Certainly Marquez is really starting to take complete domination in this year's Moto Grand Prix World Championship. So before we get into a couple of topics, I want to talk a little bit about Toprak and World Superbike riders. But let's start off with the current rumours that are around in MotoGP. Well, it's not a rumour anymore. Toprak's in, signed with Yamaha. He'll be in with Pramac next year and the year after. It begs the question, who's going to move aside? Jack Miller on a one-year deal. He's finishing in 25. Oliveira, I understand, has got mutual clauses. So that might be in his favour and Yamaha's favour. We'll see how his performance goes. And of course, Rins, the carbon fibre man. So I think we're going to see a shuffle of the chairs. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jack go into the Monster team. You know, he's a monster athlete now. Rins back to what I believe would be Pramac to join Toprak, and Oliveira to make his home elsewhere. Okay, so what about this rumour that's going around? Have you heard the rumour? Valentino Rossi has put up 100,000 euros if Bagnaia, his VR 46 man, can win in Mugello. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if the financial incentive will make Bagnaia, Mr. Go Free, go any faster. But that's the word. It's 100,000 if he can win the Grand Prix and Mugello. Obviously, Rossi famous with his Italian Mugello feats, and of course Bagnaia, the Italian. So we'll see how that goes. And back on Jorge Martin. What we're hearing there is that the lawyers are now engaged in trying to get the contract done, separated. Now, he's on €8 million a year. That got revealed this week. So I understand that the 2026 contract, 8 million would need to be paid in some form. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be via the new, if it's HRC, if it's Ducati in some form. I don't know who's going to pay the 8 million. So this is what the lawyers are sorting out. I think like everything in lawyers, you have one position, they have the other, and you're probably going to meet in the middle. So whether it's the full 8 million, I don't know. So with Toprak coming across to MotoGP, I thought it might be timely to have a look at some of the riders in the past who's come across from the World Superbike, World Super Sport, and even like the AMA, to have a look at exactly who. And let's look at some of the names in no particular order. I think the last one we can really remember that did this was Ben Spies. He came across, he had one win at the time. I think he won in 2011 in Assen. He was the World Superbike champion 2009. Troy Bayliss, you know, famously after his 2001 World Superbike victory, he came across and raced for 3 years. He didn't win a race. He famously came back in 2006 after he'd gone back to World Superbike and won that race in Valencia. I don't know whether you remember, he bought the his Superbike mechanics, the foot pegs and the handlebars, and he jumped on the thing. Other famous stars that have come across that have made it, Chris Van Meulen, the Australian. He was the Super Sport champion in 2003. He won one race. But Cal Crutchlow is probably one of the most successful. He has actually won 3 Grand Prix. He's currently testing role now with Yamaha. He was the Super Sport champion in 2009. So he came across for 3 wins. But the most successful guy, and I think my T-shirt today gives it away a little bit, Nicky Hayden. He came across, he won the AMA, American Superbike Championship. He came across to MotoGP. He won three wins, so that equals what Crutchlow did. But of course, the world champion, we talked about that race with Troy Bayliss famously winning in Valencia. if anyone wants to watch that race, I'd go back and watch 2006 Valencia, the classic final Moto Grand Prix of the year. Rossi was leading going into that round. He only really needed to finish moderately and he would have won the title. However, what happened? I think he had a low side. And anyway, Nicky Hayden came through to win the World Championship. So Nicky Hayden, I would crown as the best Superbike / road racing series to come across to MotoGP. But what does this all mean? It all means it's not that easy for these guys to come across from being the best in one class to coming across to the Grand Prix. Now, the Grand Prix bikes are a lot stiffer. The tracks are traditionally a little bit more wide open. And they are traditionally, you know, running on different style suspension. Grand Prix tyres are unique. Now, Toprak's going to run into Michelin's next year for 1 year before he gets back onto Pirelli. So what do you think anyway? Who is your most successful convert from World Superbike, AMA, World Supersport who came across? Yeah, I may have forgotten a couple. I just try to hit the highlights. And what about these rumours going around? Who's going to make way in Pramac for Toprak? Do you think Mr. Go Free will win the €100,000 bonus that Rossi's put out? And what about the lawyer settlement for Jorge Martin? Drop down in the comments what you think about that. And I will talk again real soon. Give it a thumbs up and a subscription if you're liking the channel. Okay, bye for now.